Hello, this is Yogeshwar, and in this video we will be discussing about a very important topic, and the topic is on Rahu Kal. Rahu, of course, as you know, is the planet, an extremely malefic planet, and Kal in Sanskrit means time. So just like we had discussed in our previous video about Hora, where in a particular day the 7 planets have their influence and they get 1 hour influence every 7 divisions, and then they follow again in the same pattern. So out of the 24 hours they get their hourly influence during the day, and we discussed that in detail in our previous video on Hora. So similarly, Rahu also has an influence during a day, and his influence is different during the 7 days, which are Sunday through Saturday. And of course, Sunday is the first day as per the Vedas and Vedic astrology, because in the real world we see Monday being the first day, but actually, as per the Vedic scriptures and the Vedas and the Vedic learning, Sunday has been given the importance of being the first day of the week and Saturday being the last day of the week. So Rahu, like I just mentioned, also has an influence over the 7 days, and that influence is a little different than the influence of the other planets. The other planets have an influence of 1 hour each on a given day, and then after the 7 planets exert their influence, the first planet again comes back into the same series, and he gets that 1 hour, and then the same series is repeated. So Rahu Kal is a little different. Rahu gets his influence just once during the day, and that influence, apparently as per the Vedic scriptures, is not a very auspicious time for people. So the idea of finding the Rahu Kal, or the time during the day where Rahu exerts its influence, is very important, because that time is considered to be very inauspicious, and it is recommended that one should not undertake auspicious tasks or activities or anything auspicious like a wedding or a celebration or anything which it's very important to that person. He should not undertake during Rahu Kalam, because Rahu, as we know, is an extreme malefic, and because of its influence during that part of the day, he may turn the auspiciousness of that auspicious task into becoming inauspicious. So we don't want to take that chance. So how Rahu Kala is calculated, and it's very important to know. Basically, Rahu Kal is calculated by finding out what the sunrise is and what the sunset is. So we will take the total time in hours between sunrise and sunset, and then we divide this time by 8. So that becomes the division of the time over which Rahu will exert his influence. So say, for example, the sunrise in a particular place is 6:30 in the morning, and the sunset in that place is also 6:30 in the evening. So we have a total number of hours as 12. What we do is we just divide 12 by the number 8, and we come up with 1.5, which means 1 hour and 30 minutes. So Rahu will be influencing his powers during that particular day for 1 hour and 30 minutes. But there are rules, and as you can see on the screen, that 1 hour or 30 minutes will be the 8th division on Sunday, the 2nd division on Monday, the 7th division on Tuesday, the 5th division on Wednesday, the 6th division on Thursday, the 4th division on Friday, and the 3rd division on Saturday. So these are the days allocated, and those divisions which we have calculated by dividing the number of hours between sunrise and sunset by 8 will be different on different days. Now, as an example, like we just discussed, that in case on a Sunday, if in that particular place where that person is, the sunrise is at 6:30 in the morning and the sunset it is at 6:30 in the evening. Hypothetical situation. So there are 12 hours. So we divide those 12 hours by 8. And we come up with 1.5, which is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we know that the influence of Rahu will be for 1 hour and 30 minutes. But for Sunday, when will his influence be? It'll be in the 8th division, meaning which that it'll be in the last division, meaning which that Rahu Kal on Sunday will be in the last division, meaning it'll be between 5 in the evening until 6:30 in the evening. Similarly, as an example, if we were to consider the sunrise on Monday at 6:30 in the morning and the sunset as 6:30 in the evening, so that makes it 12 hours divided by 8. That comes to 1.5, which is 1 hour and 30 minutes. But on Monday, his influence, or Rahu's influence, will not be the 8th division, just like Sunday. It'll be different. It'll be on the 2nd division. So how do we figure out the 2nd division? It's pretty simple. The first division is between 6:30 and 8 o'clock in the morning, because we know the division is for 1 hour and 30 minutes. So the first division will be between 6:30 and 8 o'clock in the morning, and the 2nd division will be between 8 o'clock and 9:30 in the morning, and that's when on Monday Rahu will have his most influence, and it will be considered Rahu Kala. And we have to be very careful not to undertake any auspicious tasks during Rahu Kala as described by the scriptures. So I hope I've made myself very clear on this. It is pretty simple. The sunrise time and the sunset time will be different on different days. We have to take that into consideration. The sunrise may be different in London, and the sunrise may be different in Los Angeles, and the sunrise may be different in New Delhi. Similarly, the sunsets may be different in New Delhi, Los Angeles, and London. And we have to take into consideration wherever the place of that person is, wherever that person is located, he has to take into consideration the sunrise time, the sunset time, divided by 8, he'll come up with that division, and then different divisions are allocated for Rahu Kal, or the period for Rahu, for different days starting from Sunday through Saturday. And we have to be extremely cautious in undertaking any auspicious activities during those times. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll recommend you to check out a link to my website below, subscribe to my channel, and we will see you in our next video. Thank you.